Hey everyone and welcome back. The Contracts DLC released a few hours ago and a lot of stuff's being added to GTA Online like always, and I thought about making this video talking about how to get started, buying the agency, other perks associated with it, and the contract missions and heists as well. More on those missions later on. Like I said, this is more like a brief summary for the whole agency intro. So without wasting much time, let's get on with the video. So first things first, once you log into the game, you gotta exit the property whichever you are in, and right away you'll get a call from Lamar telling to buy the new agency property in order to proceed further with all of these. And just so you know, some of the cars in this DLC are locked behind the trade prices that needs to be unlocked if you want to save money. One of them is as simple as just buying the property to get the trade price unlocked. Whilst for the others, you need to do the new missions or heist to unlock their trade prices. Not that hard, so no complaints from my side. It's actually much better than the old ways of trade price unlocks. For the agency, there's 4 locations and it's all personal preferences and nothing special in particular for any of the locations. So you can decide to buy the one that you like. Moving on with the customizations and the upgrades of the property, well, if you're tight on cash, then you can totally skip all of these visual upgrades and get what you just need. You can always come back and get these in the future, right? I personally just went with the ones that I liked and for the sake of the video. Now, like every other DLC properties, there's going to be cutscene giving an introduction and so on, which I'll be skipping for now. I don't want to waste all your precious time with cutscenes.
Boss, you got a visitor. Oh yeah? That's who it is. Okay.
Now the property. Well, it's actually big. Like a lot of floors, and I kind of got confused trying to navigate and explore all the places. There's a lot stuffed into one place. With the armory upgrade purchased, we get a small discount on basically all the weapons and accessories. Just like the auto shop giving discounts on vehicle customizations. Yeah, it's kind of same thing. Also, we get to buy basically everything that we can buy in the ammunition store right here itself, including the new weapons, bulletproof vests, goggles, and rebreathers. This is going to come in very handy when doing the new missions and heist. Having this bot actually saves you a lot of time from having to travel to the ammunition every single time after the missions to restock for the next mission. So it's actually very useful.
So what you looking for?
Along with that, in the property there's your own wardrobe to change clothes, and you can also stock up on snacks as well, which too will come in handy. Not to forget the varieties of juices to regenerate your health back to full as well. So that too is actually really useful. Next is with the garage. We can store 20 cars, but it's actually divided into 3 garage levels. In the first floor, we can actually store just one personal vehicle and the rest 19 amongst the other garages. Kind of a weird garage layouts with some spots in middle taken for the game characters parking. The one good thing is that we can actually use the agency's Enos Jubilee, which is in the garage on the top floor. It also seems to be, armored to a certain extent. And there's also a few perks at the entrance guard, that is the agency services, which will actually come in handy now and then. So basically, this is a new version of the CEO officers, I can say. Don't you all think the same? Now there's one bad news for you all. That is that these new contract missions or the new heists must be done in public sessions only. They can't be done in the other sessions like the earlier DLCs. And moving on to the contracts, there's 2 types of missions or work, I can say: security contracts and VIP works. Security contracts are basically small free mode type missions. Go from point A to point B, or follow this NPC, or go to this point and destroy products, or protect this NPCs, and so on. VIP contracts are like heist setups and the heist finales. Just like earlier heists we have done, so the usual way of getting into its own private session for the mission's entirety. Once done, we'll be back into the usual lobby. You can actually start doing these security contracts from the get-go, but the VIP contracts are locked until you do 2-3 of the security contracts. The missions you get are pretty easy and straightforward, But don't be fooled, because some missions are pain in the ass. So be prepared and stock up on snacks, armor and ammo before you set out on these missions. While some of them are easy, the others are quite hard with aimbot NPCs spawning all around and shredding you. So be careful and proceed slowly. There's quite a good number of security contract missions, and it's not like only a few, as you can see in the bottom left where it keeps count. So don't stress yourself trying to complete all of them at once. And on top of that, there's freaking cooldown for the security contracts, which makes no freaking sense at all considering the very little pay we get for the ridiculous amount of time it takes. Absolutely pathetic. And once you complete 2 security contracts, Franklin will call you up for doing the VIP contracts which are logged earlier. You can either continue with the security contracts or go ahead with the VIP ones. It won't conflict with the progression. These are actually interesting missions, but I won't go much deep into these missions now. I'll keep it to the next video. And just know there's actually cooldown for the VIP contract missions as well. Along with these contracts, there's also payphone hits missions too being added, which you can access in free mode by going to the ringing payphones across the city. This should be interesting. I gotta check it out. And finally, there's some sort of daily earnings that goes into our office safe. Not sure how we actually make money for it, because I spent a good amount of time in game and didn't get anything filled in the meantime. So need to look into how it works. With all these being made that can be completed solo, it's actually very annoying that you can't do them in invite-only lobbies, like the freaking entire Cayo Perico heist, or the auto shop missions, or any of those earlier DLC missions and work. It's like Rockstar is kind of forcing us back into public lobbies again. For what? To get griefed by idiots? Or, the countless amount of modders and hackers in the game? Come on, Rockstar. You should have learned it by now. I don't know, but that's what we're getting. Alright everyone, try to sum up everything regarding getting started with this new agency thing. If I left out anything, then do let us all know down in the comments. Make sure to drop the video a like and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you all and have a good day.